Hey everyone, this is Diana from Adventures with Art, and today we are talking about two layer settings within Procreate that are really important to understand the difference between. They seem really similar, but they actually do very different things, and it's important to understand what each of them does before you're working on your favorite piece of art and you choose the wrong one, and then you are in a situation that you don't know how to fix. But before we dive in, there are two things I want to talk about. Firstly, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you come back to Adventures with Art. We love to talk about quick tips like this one when using Procreate, Canva, traditional art. We also love to talk about how you can make money from your art. So that way you can bring in some extra income from the thing that you love. So hit that subscribe button. Another thing I want to mention is that we have a very awesome and generous Skillshare free trial. Skillshare is where I first learned how to use Procreate. I downloaded it first time ever, and then I opened up Skillshare, and it took me from the very beginning of my Procreate journey to where I am now. It has been so crucial, so fundamental, and they are awesome because they allow new users to try it absolutely free, unlimited access to all of their amazing classes. So look down in the show notes for that free trial where you can really just take your Procreate skills, any other art skills to the next level. All right. So let's talk about these two important layer settings. They are the combine down and the merge down settings. Let's first start with the combine down setting. We're going to use my little drawing of my egg artist. I don't know where really that came from. I just sat down and started drawing, and here he is. But now I use him for a lot of these tutorials and examples. So my little artist friend here will help us. Open up your layer settings. We'll just use this top layer here as an example. Click on the layer to open up the settings, and then hit that combine down button, which is at the very, very bottom of the list. As you can see, it will create a new group with your layers. It will only create a new group with the layer right below it, but you can add other layers to this group by just dragging them in just like that. So basically, combine down, it will combine your layers together into a group. But this is very different than the merge down, which many would argue they're just synonyms of each other. That's why these two settings can be really confusing because they seem like the same thing, but they're really not. So here's what happens when you combine down. We open up that layer setting. Let's say I want to work on the layer of his little face and head and body here. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to hit the merge down. As you can see, it basically fused it with the layer below it. That is really important. Basically, it will take two layers and it will make it into one. This is permanent. Procreate does not have a stored undo history. So if you close your design, or if you go back to the gallery, if you close your iPad, close Procreate, you have lost all of your undo history, basically. It will only save your undo history while you're currently in that design. So I have not closed the design yet. So what I can do is I see that it's merged. I can undo the merge, and it's not merged anymore. But here, I'll show you again. If I merge it down, create a permanent layer there. Let's say that I go back to my gallery, I close the design, and then I come back to it. Suddenly, oops, I can't undo it. So merge down is permanent. You need to be very careful with merge down to make sure that you're not merging layers when you don't want to be doing that. I would say the safest way to go is to always do combine down and to not do merge down. You never know when you're going to want to change something with your design. You never know when you're going to want to change something on a layer. I may think that I'm completely done when actually I may want to go back in there and tweak something. So I always say that combine down is the safer option. It allows you to organize them into nice little groups. It still is able to clean up your layers quite a bit without having to make that permanent decision of like actually merging layers. So I hope that was helpful. Remember, if you want to like really dive into some great Procreate skills, grab that Skillshare free trial. It's really a great opportunity. It's how I learned Procreate. It's how a lot of people are learning Procreate and a lot of other art skills these days. So I would really suggest checking them out, and make sure and hit that subscribe button and keep coming back to Adventures with Art.